Hey Bricks, it's Brickley here, and welcome to episode 2 of LEGO Star Wars MOCS, a series in which we take a look at MOCs from all over the Star Wars universe. And if you want to submit your own LEGO Star Wars MOC, just go ahead and send me some pictures on brickleyofficial@gmail.com, and that way you will get a showcase in a future episode of this series. And in this video, we're actually going to take a look at some really cool MOCs from the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. I promised you we would actually take a look at some MOCs from series. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this video, and of course comment your favorite MOC in the comment section down below. So the first MOC we're gonna go and take a look at is actually made by JS Ninja Nerd. This is the Krayt Dragon MOC, and this is just really cool. Of course, it's from the second season of the Mandalorian, and this is just an amazing collaboration. He's actually made this with a couple of builders, and it's just really a sick MOC. I really think that the rock work is just absolutely phenomenal. You can see lots of those snot techniques and such, of course, with those dark tan slopes, and I just love the overall design. Of course, you can see a couple of those light tan patches integrated into the dark tan rock work, which in my opinion is definitely an amazing part of this MOC. I really like it when builders switch up colors within rock work. I mean, you don't really see that often, and it's just really cool to see the integration of the light tan and dark tan, as well as of course the landscaping also looks sick. I love the snot techniques as well over there. You can see of course the Mandalorian with some Rebellion minifigures, as well as of course the Tusken Raiders, and then of course we get the Krayt Dragon in the middle, which is also quite a nice build. I especially like the teeth of the Krayt Dragon, definitely looks great, as well as of course the entire sort of structure for the big actually mouth and face of the Krayt Dragon definitely looks great. I love their overall shape as well. Definitely hard to achieve that within Lego form, but they actually pulled it off in quite a nice design, as you can see. And of course the hole within this sort of tunnel also is just phenomenal. Take a look at how this looks. It's definitely amazing. You can see a lot of inverted slopes, as well as a couple of those wedge slopes used for of course the opening of that sort of cave right there. That definitely looks great. And again, I mean, I really like the sloping techniques over there on the sides with the snot techniques. That's just definitely something amazing. And I mean, you get so many pieces on the sides. That's just really sick. I especially love the top over there with two of those structures. So overall, really a great MOC, and I'm just such a fan of this. I mean, it's from 2021 already, this MOC, and it just still amazes me. I actually wanted to make a video about this a little while ago, but here it finally is. So this is definitely a phenomenal MOC. And we're going to move on to a MOC from, of course, the Book of Boba Fett, made by Jonas Kram. This is Grogu's Jedi training from, of course, the 6th episode of the Book of Boba Fett, with just a phenomenal design. I mean, this MOC is small, of course, but it captures the scene perfectly. We get a couple of those bamboo plants over there in the back, which also looks great. I love the overall design for those pieces as well. You can see the light green on top, as well as of course some dark green actually in the middle right there. And I also like the landscaping. You can see a couple of those green pieces, and as well of course the light bluish gray, which is actually quite a nice technique how the builder switched up all of those pieces into of course this final design. We also got some water with those translucent white pieces, as well as of course all of those rock pieces, and I definitely like the look of this with those round pieces used for that. We also get a branch, which you could see in the movie, of course, a couple of branches in the water, as well as of course a frog over there. That's quite a nice Easter egg to of course Grogu trying to get a frog as a snack, as well as of course Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka over there in the back. And Ahsoka is actually holding one more Easter egg to the show, of course. We get that nice gift from the Mandalorian, so that's also quite a nice Easter egg within this MOC right here. Of course, we get Grogu on the rock. He's actually jumping away from the droid right over there. Definitely an amazing MOC. I just love it. And I mean, again, the bamboos look so sick, so I definitely think this MOC looks great. I especially like the design for, of course, the landscaping. So overall, really an amazing MOC by Jonas Kram. So definitely an amazing MOC builder, and he just has so much phenomenal work. Then we're going to return to another scene from, of course, the Mandalorian. We got this really big sort of sanctuary, and this is just really cool. I mean, you got that big gate in the middle. We got 2 buildings on the sides as well. And I mean, the pathway in the middle just looks so good. I love the overall design for the pathway with all of those pieces actually. You might think, well, that's actually quite simple to design, but it's actually really hard. More importantly, you see all of those pieces, they're actually placed sideways on their side to create that pattern, which is truly something sick. A lot of those cheese pieces have been used, a couple of slope pieces and such, all to match up for this really cool pathway. Definitely looks great. I mean, the gate itself also has a stunning design. You can see it's quite large actually in comparison to the minifigures, as well as of course the fact that we get a lot of different pieces. We get those pieces with the brick decoration, a couple of other pieces bulging out actually. Don't know what those in particular are, but I mean, it looks great. As well as of course the arch on top, that also is quite a nice design with of course those half arch pieces actually connected on both sides. And of course we get a couple of dark bluish gray pieces integrated as well, and we get some rock work on both sides of the build as well, which also looks great. I think it looks stunning. We get a lot of those slope pieces, and the snot techniques also are really cool. Obviously the buildings are sick. I mean, take a look at all of the antennas on the buildings and just the round shapes. You can see even some rock work on top of the buildings. We even get this sort of market area, actually not a market area in the middle. We get a couple of bounty hunters trying to catch the Mandalorian and of course the child, which is definitely a great scene from of course the show. And I also love the little cart with the droid over there. As you can see, the astromech droid over there driving the cart. So definitely a great MOC. I think it looks awesome, and I just really love this. This actually was from back in 2020, and this is also a MOC from a JS Ninja Nerd. I just really wanted to include this within the video, so 2 shout outs to you, JS Ninja Nerd. And we're gonna go and continue to another MOC from, of course, the Book of Boba Fett. We get the train heist actually by the Thython Raiders and, of course, Boba Fett, which is definitely a great MOC. Of course, we get the Pike Syndicate, the warriors of the Pike Syndicate on top of the train. And the overall design for this MOC is really cool. I love the simplistic design for, of course, the sand, which actually isn't really simple by itself, because you can see a lot of those tile pieces, and that must have taken ages to fill up that area. And I mean, if Fabian B, who actually created this MOC, would have had to remove all of those tile pieces, that would have taken forever. So really a lot of respect to you. But I mean, his MOC looks great. You can see a couple of those smoke areas, of course, from the sand actually behind the speeders. Also looks quite nice. I really like the sort of actually blast coming out of the window of course, the train, which also looks really cool. I think it's great and really a nice Easter egg. Of course, a reference to the Book of Boba Fett, where, of course, the Pike Syndicate members were shooting the Tusken Raiders. Definitely a great scene. Of course, we get some Tusken Raiders on top of the train right there, fighting all of those Pike Syndicate soldiers. And, of course, we also get the booster on the front of the train, which also looks sick in my opinion. I especially like the windows, of course, where you can pose up some of those soldiers and such. And I really like the shape of the front of the train as well. That also looks great. So overall, this is really a great MOC. And I actually didn't expect to see a MOC like this. So definitely great. And it's really just already nostalgic to me. I mean, I watched the series and I just love the Book of Boba Fett. So this is definitely a great scene. I mean, it really is just something quite astonishing. Then we get this really cute MOC of course, Baby Yoda back in 2018, when people, of course, called Baby Yoda, actually called Grogu a Baby Yoda right here. So we got Grogu, as you can see, with the big cloth piece. It would be superb if that is actually an official LEGO cloth piece. We got this little pot for Grogu, actually, which also looks sick. And I also love the design for the head, and of course the ears are also those spike pieces that look so good, with of course the holes underneath. That's really accurate. We get the cute eyes, and as well, of course, the nice overall design for the face. I do believe that this MOC was quite hard to design with, of course, the pod, but overall really a great MOC by Hashiroku 24. That's definitely a great MOC. And of course, he also has instructions on YouTube if you ever would like to recreate this super sick MOC. I mean, it's great. And then we're going to move on to the final MOC for this video, for this second episode of LEGO Star Wars MOCs, which has been made by Francis. This is actually the Thython from the Mandalorian. Thython or something like that. Yeah, Thython, something like that. Thython. So, yeah, it's a weird planet name right there. I'm not really the best at pronouncing those names, but I mean, Thython is really definitely a great location. From, of course, the Mandalorian Season 2, I mean, you have this entire battle going on with all of the stormtroopers. I do think it's quite a kind of weird actually that we get two different type of stormtroopers, but I mean, not everyone has, of course, the money to buy all of those stormtroopers. I mean, it's a great MOC, and you definitely put a lot of effort into it. Of course, we get Boba Fett, we get Fennec Shand over there, as well as lots of detailing within this MOC. Of course, we get all of the dark tan pieces, or light tan, I'm not sure. We get some rock work, and of course, dark bluish gray integrated into everything. And we also get a lot of snot techniques, which I really appreciate you putting into this MOC, and it's just really cool. I mean, it looks sick. I love the two pillars actually, of course, surrounding Grogu over there in the middle. It's actually quite nice because you included a brick built version of Grogu with those hands, of course, replacing the ears. And I also love the sort of snot techniques with those the sort of plates, and of course the bricks with the studs on the sides. That definitely adds a sort of Lego look to the MOC, which you don't really frequently see within MOCs. I mean, this isn't a smooth MOC, but it definitely captures a lot of Lego MOC sort of styles, and I definitely love that. That's really something I love about this MOC. I mean, you got three colors going on. We got the light bluish gray, the tan, and of course the green, which is definitely great. So overall, I really think this MOC is just astonishing, and I think it's without a doubt a phenomenal MOC. I love it, and it definitely looks great. So Francis, you really did an amazing job on this MOC. Of course, your profile picture is also really cool on Flickr, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below which of all of these MOCs is your favorite. I definitely like the Grogu within the pot, which is just really cute, and of course all of the other MOCs are also just stunning. So let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, if you did enjoy watching this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up to support this video, and go subscribe to Brickley for more epic content, and go ahead and save the playlist on the top right corner of the screen, and I will see you all in the next video.
It's in the air like a blazing